What is going on, YouTube? Espresso Shucko here, and today we are bringing Calyrex Ice Rider to the Reg G ranked ladder. Honestly, the last time I touched Ice Rider was the tail end of Sword and Shield, so honestly, it's kind of fun to be bringing the Ice Horse back with the rabbit on top. So yeah, let's go. We have Terrifier Calyrex Ice Rider here with a clear amulet. Extraordinarily simple and totally original stuff. I know. I'm groundbreaking work here, guys. But in all seriousness, Clear Amulet is such a strong item on Ice Rider, and Terrifier, just protecting it from burns, is wonderful. Typically, I've run into Fire Terra, Ice Rider, I've seen Water Terra and Grass Terra, and I kind of want to go for the Fire Terra just to protect Calyrex from the odd Will-O-Wisp here and there, so I figured that would be relatively nice. As far as our moves go, we are kind of shifting things a little bit around because we do have Glacial Lance here on Calyrex and High Horsepower, both of which are standard options, but typically you would see Protect and Trick Room here. I have Body Press instead, and the main logic being here is Incineroar likes to run Knockoff. You run into the odd Knockoff on Rillaboom. Having Body Press with some fighting type coverage could be relatively nice. Calyrex does have a really good defense stat at the end of the day. I think it's something like base 150 physical defense, so being able to click Body Press into an Incineroar is going to do a lot of damage. I was considering running Close Combat, but Close Combat does lower each of your defenses, so I figure, you know what? Let's run Body Press. Let's use our defense stat, which is only 15 points lower than our physical attack stat on paper, so we can go from there. Like, obviously, with the EV investment, my attack stat is way higher, but we have coaching tech on this team. That's going to be something that's going to be fun because we have Urshifu to take advantage of the fact that there is coaching on here as well. So we have Urshifu Single Strike with an Assault Vest to patch up our special defense, since Urshifu doesn't really take the greatest hits, or rather special attacks. It's not a good time for Urshifu is what I'm trying to get out of me. So we're going to try to patch that up. We're going to have Terra Poison to become resistant to fairy type attacks because Flutter Mane is a thing still. So we're going to patch up that special defense. And on the offensive side, what we're going to do is we're going to have coaching boost up Urshifu's attack and defense as well as Calyrex's attack and defense in theory. So the idea here is Urshifu will get boosted by a coaching. We have the Wicked Blow, we have Sucker Punch for some priority, and we do have the Close Combat to do some massive damage too, because although it will lower Urshifu's defenses, I mean, Urshifu does a lot of damage with that Close Combat, and plus it's stab Close Combat unlike the Calyrex, so you know what? There is that. And then we have U-Turn to pivot out. Unseen Fist does make it so that our opponents can't protect in front of us, which is going to be great. And then we have Blaziken here with the coaching, so that Blaziken can boost up both Calyrex and Urshifu. We have Flare Blitz and Close Combat that just nail things for some massive damage. And because Blaziken does have Speed Boost as its hidden ability, it's going to get faster at the end of each turn. So if we need to play Trick Room, we can play Trick Room. If we don't need to play Trick Room, well, we do have a little bit of speed control with Blaziken in that sense. So we do have that. And then as far as the Trick Room mode goes, which is where Calyrex thrives best, we have Sinistcha and Hatterene and Indeedee, all of which know Trick Room. We have 3 different Trick Room setters on this team, which is going to be relatively nice. So another reason to justify not running Trick Room on the Calyrex. So we have Sinistcha here with Rage Powder for redirection. We have Strength Sap to lower physical attackers while also healing up Sinistcha. So that's going to be nice. We have Machagacha for some spread, which is going to be great for dealing with Rapid Strike Urshifus as well. And then we have Hatterene for a special attacking Trick Room attacker here with Dazzling Gleam and Expanding Force. We also have Terra Psychic on here to do a lot of damage. And plus, we do have that Life Orb, which is going to be really nice. So if we get Hatterene and Sinistcha on the field together at the same time, Hatterene can go Trick Room, Sinistcha can go Rage Powder, or Indeedee can go Follow Me. Hatterene can get that Trick Room up relatively safely. Or if we need to go Indeedee, Sinistcha, we have that option as well. And then finally, we have Rocky Helmet, Terra Fairy, Indeedee with Follow Me, Trick Room, Protect, and Alluring Voice. We have no helping hand on this, but you know what? We're going to be doing a lot of damage at the end of the day, regardless of whether it is Hatterene or Calyrex attacking in Trick Room. And Urshifu, after a coaching boost, it's going to be doing a lot of damage too. So anyways, that is the team in a nutshell. Let's jump right on in to some battles. Okay, we've got Koraidon here. Ooh, Iron Thorns. What do you do, Iron Thorns? Huh. Honestly, I want to see what those Iron Thorns can do. We got Rillaboom, we got Grimmsnarl, we got Flutter Mane, and Tornadus alongside, yeah, the thing that I'm most curious about, and Groudon. Okay, so, this is going to be an interesting matchup. I think getting Trick Room and Psychic Terrain up is going to be really nice. We're going to get Calyrex in. And I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to bring Blaziken. I think Blaziken could be relatively handy. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could go Indeedee. No, we're still going to do this. I was going to say I could bring Blaziken in and just try to go for some explosive damage into Rillaboom, but I mean, this should be okay. Like, if they lead Koraidon Rillaboom, like, great. If they switch in Rillaboom, I mean, it's going to suck, but I mean, I have Trick Room. Hands and Thorns, okay. Ooh, and it's a shiny Thorns at that. I love shiny Iron Thorns. Shiny Iron Thorns looks really cool. Yeah, I think this is the safest Trick Room I'm gonna get. Attack booster, okay. We're gonna Trick Room you. We're gonna follow. Oh, we're gonna follow me. We're not gonna double Trick Room. I mean, it might be the safest double Trick Room I'm gonna get, but I don't want to do that. Follow me will be nice here. Like, even if they switch in Rillaboom, this is fine. I'm gonna get Expanding Force off to do some massive damage. Oh, and they went Tailwind too. Okay, okay, this is great. This is great. Okay, they got Electric Terrain on the Iron Thorns. That's not what I was expecting, but you know what? Fair enough. Double terrain control. That's cool. That is actually really cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Expanding Force and... Are we Terra Psychic? We might be Terra Psychic. We are Terra Psychic. I kind of want to go for that Terra Psychic Expanding Force into you. We're going to bring in Calyrex. Hope I don't take a Rock type. Who am I kidding? I'm probably taking a Rock Slide. You know what? If Iron Thorns leaves Calyrex alone this turn, like, we're going to be in a good position to start clicking the Glacial Lance button. This might have been a really risky swap on my end, but I mean, if they don't Terra Dark, and I hit the Iron Thorns, like, get to connect with the Psychic Terrain, or not the Psychic Terrain, the Expanding Force, with the Terra Psychic boost, like, I think I'm going to be in okay position here. We are going to outspeed the Iron Thorns, and we saw they were booster energy earlier, so, like, this might be okay. Ooh, that is potentially not okay. There's Rock Slide, okay. Ooh, that's a lot of damage into Cali. Critical hit into Cali, yeah, that makes sense. Bleak Wind. Oh, Cali gets to live, okay. Yikes, okay. I'm going to protect Hatterene. I'm going to Glacial Lance with Calyrex here. Yeah, because I still gotta be a little bit careful with this Trick Room. That's a double knockout right there, so I'm at +2. Now I have Expanding Force potential to nail my opponent with. I can always switch in Indeedee. We haven't seen Terastallization out of my opponent yet, so that might be a little bit scary, but getting Indeedee back in could be nice. Koraidon is coming out here, okay. And Fluttermane, okay. Alright, so depending on how many turns of Trick Room I have left, like, this might be okay. Let's see here. We have 2 turns of Trick Room. We're just going to apply the pressure. We're going to Dazzling Gleam. We're going to Glacial Lance. If the Fluttermane has a Sash, I mean, we're going to hit it. I mean, they could just go for Protect here. If they do, not great, but I mean, it should be okay. Oh, this is actually a little bit concerning here. But, I mean, if we can connect Glacial Lance, like, we're going to do a lot of damage. Koraidon might be fine with the Terra in its favor, but I mean, ooh, it's going to be Fluttermane, actually. Fairy Terra, though. Okay. This will hurt. This will hurt. We're going to get our Dazzling Gleam off, so there just goes Koraidon. And Glacial Lance is going to clean right up. Okay, okay. So we have a guest. And there's the Glacial Lance right into the Flutter Mane, right for the knockout, just to secure the match right there. Okay, you know what? I'm very happy about that. Yeah, that was smooth. Yeah, that was really smooth with Calyrex. And Hatterene did some wicked damage. Now, do I love switching in on that Rock Slide? No. Did I have a means of saving myself from the Rock Slide? No. But you know what? That's fine. We got Glacial Lance off. We got a double knockout into Thorns because Hatterene did so much damage to it. And Torn just did not appreciate that. I'm curious what Koraidon's Terra might have been. Like, if it was Terra Fire, like, that could have really messed with me. Like, in that case, what I probably would have had to do is bring in Blaziken on the last turn of Trick Room, Protect immediately. Actually, no. I would have had to go for Close Combat. And if they protected then, what could have happened then is I would have been guaranteed my speed boost, which I still would have been one speed stat slower than Koraidon, because the way how my Blaziken is EV'd, it's an adamant one. So, like, if I was Jolly, I'd immediately outspeed it, but my Blaziken's adamant. So, like, I'd be just a few points slower. So on the second turn, so the first turn after Trick Room, I'd have to protect, get that second speed boost, and then I could close combat. That's probably what I would have had to do if Blaziken ended up hitting the field there. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Good game to my opponent. Let's move on. Okay, we've got Groudon, Comfey, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Rillaboom, Yanmega, and Sableye. Okay, so let's see right here. Hatterene and Indeedee might be really nice. Honestly, yeah. Hatterene and Indeedee could be really nice here, being able to get that expanding force, getting the Trick Room up. That could be nice. I think we bring Ice Rider, and Urshifu could be really handy as well. I don't know for sure if Blaziken's the best bet, but I mean, having Blaziken for coaching could be really handy too, just to get a little bit of defense into Calyrex in case we do eat a Precipice Blade. So, I mean, there is that. Or a Heat Crash for that matter. So, yeah, I mean, Blaziken might be okay. Though, you know, I kind of like the idea of having Sinistcha as an extra means of resetting Trick Room. So, I mean, I think that's what we're going to potentially do here. You know what? We're going to bring Blaziken. We're going to bring Blaziken just on the off chance, too, that we end up out of Trick Room and I need Calyrex to get a defense boost. And plus, Blaziken being able to get a speed boost is going to be really nice for getting around Ogerpon. I mean, a close combat off of Stellar Blaziken could always be funny into Ogerpon. Even just a normal close combat, like stab close combat, is going to be nice off of Blaziken. So I think we're okay. And plus, having the Psychic Terrain up can shut down a lot of potential things for Sableye. Like, we're probably going to see Gravity Precipice Blades, not going to lie. Gravity Precipice Blades could be really rough, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. Groudon Sableye, okay, you know what, that's fine. Expanding Force, Trick Room right out of the gate might be worthwhile, just to get a lot of damage off into Groudon. I do have Magic Bounce on Hatterene too, so I don't have to worry about, like, Rillaboom switching in and then Taunt coming my way. So, I mean, there is that. We're going to Expanding Force into the Groudon slot, just in case. Indeedee's going to go for the Trick Room right here. And then this way, too, if Gravity goes up, I mean, everything's evasion gets lowered. So, I mean, that'll actually benefit high horsepower, too. If I need to Terra Fire and avoid Will-O-Wisp, I can do that. So, we do have that working in our favor. We also have Fairy coverage to hit Sableye with later after the fact, so, I mean, that's going to be nice. And Hatterene's Life Orb damage is going to be extraordinary into Groudon, so. I just got to hope Rillaboom doesn't switch in, potentially, which I don't think they will this turn. I think maybe next turn. There's the Gravity, so we're going to eat a Precipice Blades, but I mean, Indeedee should be fine to get the Trick Room up, and I think Hatterene should be okay. Hatterene is not okay, but I mean, Hatterene's getting damage off into Groudon. And that is fair. Yeah. Trick Room is now up. Indeedee is fine. I think what I can do with Hatterene is I think I can go for the Razzle Dazzle, hit them with the Dazzling Gleam. And now I think I bring in Calyrex. I think I bring in Calyrex on the off chance they bring in Rillaboom now. Hatterene can go for the Dazzling Gleam, get some damage. I can just pivot Indeedee back in, Expanding Force, deny a Fake Out, deny a Grassy Glide. So there's that. And I mean, being able to hit Sableye with a Dazzling Gleam, that's going to be priceless. The Life Orb recoil will probably knock out Hatterene, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably losing Hatterene this turn, which keeping Indeedee is going to be okay. Getting Calyrex in is going to be nice, too. I mean, I can start Glacial Lancing. The other good thing, too, is Comfey has not hit the field yet. So Groudon's going to switch out, which, you know what, that's fair. There's the Rillaboom. I'm going to get Dazzling Gleam off, which will give me a little bit of chip damage off into the Sableye. No Will-O-Wisp, to my knowledge. Sableye's going to switch out with Eject Button. That's fine. I do lose Hatterene, which lets me get Indeedee in for free, so I just Glacial Lance. Yeah, I feel like that was a pretty free swap back into Indeedee. I'll have to see how much damage I did to that Rillaboom, because that could be really nice to keep in mind, too. Like, this is ideal. We have Trick Room up. Glacial Lance, the Wide Guard. Yeah, if Comfey comes in, great. Boom! Glacial Lance. Yeah, okay. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. The game is struggling, not gonna lie. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Mega. Okay. Hypnosis, maybe? Yeah, I can see Hypnosis. Let's see right here. We'll get Psychic Terrain back up. Glacial Lance will do some massive damage. No Fake Out for them. So I think what I'll do is I'll follow me with Indeedee, and I'll just go for the Glacial. Let's see right here. We have 3 more turns of Trick Room, so that's nice. Yeah, I think I can just Glacial Lance, follow me, and then this way too. If they went for Hypnosis, I can get around that by having Indeedee eat it. Rillaboom is going to be slower than Yanmega, so I kind of need to knock it out with the Glacial Lance, which, I mean, you can tell I haven't played Ice Rider in a long time. Yeah, you can tell I haven't played Ice Rider in a long time, but the nice thing here, too, is if they're sashed, I mean, this should nail them. And also, it's good to see Rillaboom do the Terra and not the... Oh, Detect, even better. I'm fine with that. I can bring in Blaziken. I can go for a close combat into the Rillaboom. I can also Coaching. Yeah. I can Coaching, and depending on how much damage I do with high horsepower, I mean, this is going to be fine. Yeah, not a lot of damage with Glacial Lance, but, I mean, it's fair. I think I still Glacial Lance, though, like, to hit the Yanmega. There's Speed Booster, okay. So, you know what, that's nice to know, because, I mean, it makes sense, gravity, so no Compound Eyes. Or no, I don't think Yanmega gets Compound Eyes. I think they get Tinted Lens instead. But you know what, that just guarantees that Blaziken's going to be slower than Yanmega. Blaziken has a Sash, so... we're just going to Glacial just to hit the Yanmega, potentially break a Sash, and then pick it off with Blaziken. So, that's the main plan here, and, I mean, worst case scenario, yeah, they are Sashed. I was going to say worst case scenario, I just knock them out if they don't have Sash. And Blaziken knocks out Rillaboom, which then brings in Sableye and Groudon. I'm not too concerned about the knockoff into my Clear Amulet. And destroying Yanmega is great, because this gets rid of potential Hypnosis. I mean, I still have a turn in Trick Room. I have Psychic Terrain still. I can basically just click Coaching into Calyrex. I can click Glacial Lance and just rinse and repeat at this point. Yeah, that's going to be the nice thing here, too. Because I think I still have 4 turns of... Yeah, I have 3 turns of Psychic Terrain, so that's fair. This is going to be a super free Glacial Lance right here. Like, this will be a double knockout. And even if they switch in Groudon, like, Calyrex is going to hit +3 attack, +1 defense. If this turn goes exactly how I want it to, so that's going to be handy. I'm safe from Fake Out. I'm safe from Will-O-Wisp. I'm safe from... I'm just about safe from anything that Sableye wants to do. Yeah, this is going to be okay. Glacial Lance is going to hurt, and it's going to be wonderful. I've been on too many receiving ends of this, and I'm shocked they're actually getting rid of the Rillaboom. But you know what? That's fine. I will take your Groudon. Oh, I take a foul play. I spoke too soon, but you know what? That's fine. I have a Sash. I do have a Sash. Sunlight is gone. Gravity is gone. I have speed. Trick Room gone. Trick Room is gone. I close combat you. Yeah, I close combat you. I protect when Rillaboom comes in. I Flare Blitz Sableye. No, I close combat Rillaboom. And then I go for Sableye. I leave Sableye for last. That's what I do here. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Calyrex to get undersped with a foul play. Terrafire might have been the better idea there, but you know what? It is what it is. Psychic Terrain saves me from Quash. We close combat you. So Groudon's gone. Yeah, I think what I do here is I protect Blaziken this upcoming turn. I don't love this though. Yeah, I really don't love this because they can Grassy Glide. Okay, so I think I just click Protect to stall out the Fake Out. I think I still close combat the Rillaboom. Yeah, I think that's what I do. I think I close combat Rillaboom. I think I take the Quash, and then I go for the Sableye. Like, I think that's what I do. Yeah, because there they are trying to break the Sash. And so long as I keep my Focus Sash intact, like, I'm fine. Like, Flare Blitz recoil into Sableye is not the end of the world. So you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of Rillaboom, get rid of the Grassy Glide pressure. Now, if they foul play me, that might be enough. Yeah, I'm thinking foul play is gonna be enough. I'm at -3. Yeah, okay, so Rillaboom goes down. Let's see, right here. Yeah, I go down to my own attack stat. Yeah, that wasn't pleasant, but I mean, you know what? That was very well played by my opponent. Getting the Grassy Terrain back up definitely helped. Going for Quash on the turn that they had Psychic Terrain up definitely didn't help them, but I mean, it was just enough to put the Fear of God into me, not gonna lie. So, what I probably should have did, just to be on the safe side, was I probably should have won Terrafire on the Calyrex, gone for the Glacial Lance, and then that way, too, I would have hit both of them, and then Blaziken would have been free to do whatever. On top of that, too, I went for Coaching. If I hadn't have gone for Coaching and gone for Close Combat into the Groudon slot, or even the Flare Blitz into the Sableye, that would have been perfectly okay, and then that way, we would have knocked out Sableye, and then we could have just dealt with Groudon and Rillaboom together eventually. So probably for the best to keep that in mind. But anyways, it worked out pretty good. Good game to my opponent. Okay, we have Miraidon, Ogerpon, Heartflame, Whimsicott, Farigiraf, Iron Hands, and Urshifu. Now, this definitely screams Indeedee Hatterene. Yeah, I really like Indeedee Hatterene here. Getting that Psychic Train up is going to be huge. Being able to override Miraidon's Electric Train could be huge. Calyrex is definitely going to be needed in the back. And Sinistcha looks pretty good outside of the Ogerpon matchup. Like, I mean, I could potentially burn Hands in Urshifu. So that could be relatively nice. Getting a little bit of HP back in for Calyrex could be handy. So, yeah, we could do something like that. Blaziken could be nice, too. Yeah, Blaziken could be really nice for coaching. That said, I think I want Sinistcha for this. Yeah, because I don't know for sure which form of Urshifu that is. Like, Sinistcha could be really handy for dealing with the Urshifu with Machagacha if that's rapid. And plus, I mean, if it's rapid, I hard wall their stab options. If it's single strike, then yeah, it's a little bit scarier because Dark type versus Ghost type. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get Psychic Train up immediately, which is wonderful. Electric Train is going to get denied. Now, they could imprison Trick Room, which is not something I want to see. Electric Seed activates. Getting Psychic Seed up is going to be wonderful. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Expanding Force into the Miraidon. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow me with Indeedee. I don't want to try to go for the Trick Room on the off chance there is the Imprison. If they go for Imprison and seal away Trick Room, I mean, that sucks. Calyrex can't really do what it wants to do. Helping Hand is going to be a little bit scary. But, I mean, Electric Terrain is gone. Indeedee's going to follow me. So Expanding Force is going to hurt whatever comes in for Miraidon here. So, you know what? Getting Indeedee switched out and preserving the terrain is going to be really needed. Urshifu comes in here. It is Rapid Strike. Okay. Okay, I love seeing that right there. Hatterene's going to lose a little bit of HP, which is, you know what, that's okay. I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. I'm going to switch in Indeedee. Or switch out Indeedee. Getting Sinistcha in could be nice. I don't necessarily want to switch Calyrex into a close combat off of the Urshifu. Hatterene's kind of in a precarious situation, but I mean, if it lives, I can just finish off the Urshifu. Yeah. Getting a little bit of HP back doesn't hurt either. Like, I do have more than one Trick Room option. And plus, I mean, Psychic Train's still up, so there's that. Foul Play is going to hit Hatterene for next to nothing, because we are neutral to that, and we have a negative number for an attack set on Hatterene. So, yeah, that's always fun. There's Iron Hands, okay. You know what? I'm just going to click Expanding Force into Hands. And honestly, I'm going to do it. I'm going to click Trick Room. I'm going to try it. Psychic Noise into Sinistcha, that's fine. I don't mind that. I mean, if I live, I live. And I get my Trick Room up. Ooh, I get to keep Hatterene too. That's awesome. There's the Expanding Force. Hello, Iron Hands. Goodbye, Iron Hands. Awesome. Okay. Miraidon is left. That took out both Farigiraf and Iron Hands, which is great. Hatterene's going to lose some HP here. We get Trick Room up. No more Imprison to worry about. Urshifu's gone. It's just Miraidon. Bullet Switch could be useless, which is nice. Calyrex is going to be wonderful to see here. I'm going to click Expanding Force, and I'm just going to bring Indeedee back right away just to get the Psychic Terrain up, just to weaken Miraidon's firepower. I don't really care which one of these Pokemon I'm losing if I'm losing both of them. Like, I have the speed control, I have the damage, and Calyrex still hasn't even hit the field, which is wonderful. So, I'm very happy with how Hatterene is playing out right here. We're going to see Terastallization out of my opponent. So, depending on what they Terastallize into, like, I mean, Calyrex is going to have an okay time. Terra Fairy, you know what, that's fine. Glacial Lance is still neutral to that. Yeah, Glacial Lance is still neutral to that. It's not like it's resisted, and this is going to hit really hard. Single target Psychic Terrain boosted. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Hatterene goes down to Life Orb Recoil. That's a free switch into Calyrex. They're going to try to razzle my dazzle, but honestly, for the majority of their restricted HP, for Indeedee and Sinistcha to come in, like, I think this is okay. Because I can always click Strength Sap into Miraidon, get a little bit of HP back with Sinistcha, and I can just Glacial Lance and go from there. Honestly, I wasn't expecting Expanding Force to do so much damage to the Farigiraf, so I'm glad I got the Trick Room up. Like, that's really nice. I'm just going to click the Strength Sap, and because I can, let's just click the Terrifier Glacial Lance. Oh, we are going to get to see the animation play out, so you know what, that's fine. I'm going to get my Terrifier off. Trick Room just went up too, so I mean, this is going to be nice. We got our little candle on our head. We got a crown upon our crown. And we're going to get that Glacial Lance off right there, so goodbye, Miraidon. That was definitely a much more favorable game than the last one I brought with Calyrex. Like, we played Sableye and Groudon. This was a much more favorable matchup, which I'm very happy about. So, yeah, getting Trick Room up, playing around a potential Imprison, like, I think that worked out for the best. That we just assumed that we had that, just one for the offense. The foul play had the potential to be scary, but I mean, we didn't have to worry about taking it for Calyrex, so that's ultimately what worked out best in our favor. Anyways, good game to my opponent. Thank you guys so much for checking out this Calyrex Ice Rider team in action. We got to do what Calyrex does best, and that is come in, hit the field, and start clicking Glacial Lances. Honestly, Calyrex just has a strong damage output, but really, the rest of the team pulled off a lot more work, to be completely honest. Like, outside of one blunder where I let that Sableye foul play my Calyrex, like, the team did really good work. Like, we got Trick Room up with Sinistcha against the Miraidon team. We had the Expanding Force option with Hatterene and Indeedee. Like, Hatterene did so much damage with Expanding Force inside and outside of Trick Room. And on top of that, we also got to click Terra Psychic on Hatterene and do a lot of damage to an Iron Thorns, which honestly, that was pretty cool to see. Like, we had some pretty good matchups here. We played against Koraidon, we played against Miraidon, and we played against Groudon. Always fun to see Groudon too, because Gravity Precipice Blitz is really fun, and I do really like it. Yeah, in my heart, I am a Groudon player, but that's not the point today. Today, we played Calyrex Ice Rider, and it was fun. Like, honestly, Blaziken didn't really get to do much today, unfortunately, which, honestly, I kind of want to sit down and play around with Blaziken again. Like, Blaziken's really fun with coaching support. And, honestly, Urshifu didn't really get to come to many of the matchups today, either. Actually, didn't come to any of them. But, point is, Blaziken and Urshifu might be fun to play around with them again, and maybe even consider doing more matches with Ice Rider, just maybe a different team. We'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Be sure to let me know what you think of the team down in the comments below, and I will see you next time.